again. Hey, hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to episode 113 of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I'm your host, Joe, the Panther, the Third, and now introducing to the mic once again. I'm gonna wake him up from the top of Metal Mountain.
Well,
It's that from all 50 states and the globe. It's that happy heel himself. Drink that shot of vodka and then a cup of coffee. It's the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
welcome back, Ringside Crew. What's going on, internationally known? What's going on? We're here for another fun episode of the Dudes at Ringside podcast.
Yeah. Last one of the night, fans. We swear. And now, want me to introduce our guest? Geeky?
Go ahead.
Now, introducing, let's give a war. Dudes at Ringside, welcome to La Chaparita Gemini.
Hello! That was beautiful. That was a beautiful introduction. Thank you so
Brandon's
much.
like, did I hear vodka?
Those Puerto Rican roots are really showing with that.
Yes,
that
I'm half Puerto
enunciation.
Rican, so it's
Yeah.
like the half Puerto Rican, and my Italian side's like, I'll let you take care of this one. It's okay. But sometimes my accents make encounter each other. Like I'll say something at work. I grew up on Long Island, so my Long Island accent. Remember when I worked at Walmart, I would go, "It's over there," and they're like, "Are you from the Flatlands?" I'm like,
You're like,
what?
wait, it's just a bunch of accents clashing. Yeah.
Our friend Brandon in the chat said, "Did I hear the word vodka?" And he started laughing. Or he kind of looks drunk.
Yeah, that's the emoji. So Gemini, if our fans aren't familiar with you, introduce yourself.
Oh, hello. My name is Gemini, La Chaparita, as we say small in Spanish. I am 4'8". I may not be the biggest, but I do be the baddest, all the way here from Southern California. But of course, I've trained here and in Colorado. So I'm only starting, but I'm already getting good.
There you go. Huh. That's awesome.
So who trained you?
Oh, okay. So I originally started in Jesse Hernandez's School of Hard Knocks here in San Bernardino, California. A bunch of stuff happened to where pandemic, and it just couldn't really train there because California has really strict COVID laws. And so I eventually got a opportunity to come and go to Colorado. I started training at Al Snow's Wrestling Academy, Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling, and I got to start learning how it is doing promotions that have their cameras and they have their already shows set up, and they do their Twitch streams as well. So that was a lot of fun, and I'm really grateful. Just recently moved back to California. Now I am thriving over here.
Awesome.
How did you get your name? I'm assuming you're a Gemini yourself.
I am a Gemini. Yes, I'm a June Gemini, and a whole astrology, the birth charts, and everything. I wish I knew a little bit more, but I'm only starting. So Gemini was what I decided on, and then I decided Gemini because GG gaming in gaming terms, get good game.
Yeah.
So I was like, I love that abbreviation. I got this.
Yeah.
And my nickname was kind of just given to me at a California show. I was doing a lucha show, and a little girl couldn't pronounce Gemini, so she started chanting Chaparita, which means small, of course, in Spanish. And so the crowd started chanting like Chaparita, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna adopt this.
That's pretty good.
That's cool. To be honest,
have you ever heard of Charisma?
Yes.
The wrestler Charisma with the hair buns and the pink.
Yeah.
She's been on a podcast. She was like,
I love that.
Oh my God, Gemini, I swear, Charisma, if you're listening to this podcast, thank you, man. She really opened the door for the California people. Like that week of her podcast, every week she would post a video
A
about her
new
coming
video.
on.
A new
Aw.
video.
Every new video about us. We're like, I come back from home like,
So
tagged,
thank you.
tag. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
geek. Next question, geekers.
So what's your favorite video game to play that you enjoy playing on stream?
I enjoy playing Fallout New Vegas. But other than that, I really like indie games. So I have like hundreds of hours in a game called Flame in the Flood, and it's just super relaxing. Artwork's super beautiful, and it's like a survival game. I love video games, but I'm also really bad at them. No one said you had to be good at them to enjoy them.
Yeah. Like, I'm bad with the SmackDown games because I try to play really hard, but I love being GM. You can, I like with the everybody got mad at me. I was so like, nah, I'm not buying 2K20. I'm protesting it. I'll wait till next time. So I've been playing 2K19 ever since. All I've been doing is play 2K19. Like I have been in my universe every year. So yeah, that's my thing.
I'm also bad at the WWE games, but I played it. I first started playing the WWE games on the GameCube, and I thought those were so much fun as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Geek. Next question.
Joe?
Oh, I saw Ever So Spiffy's comment. I feel like Gemini's sisterly connection. I love horoscopes.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's our mod that takes care of all our
The bad
takes
people.
away all the baddies in the
in the chat. No? So if you guys
Thank
are
you.
trying to be bad in the chat, don't. She's
Not
the bouncer
today.
right there.
Do you have any
Like,
pets?
I do. Pets? Okay. I have two. One of them is a very old, grumpy poodle terrier mix. He's 11 now. But I also have a very young and energetic as these types of dogs can get. She's an English bulldog, and she's only 2 years old. And I love her to death. Do you guys have any pets? I'm sorry.
We have a
okay.
fish. We have a fish.
You have a fish. A fur babe. A fish babe.
His name's Alita. Alita, like the movie.
Oh, nice. Speaking
of
which, I know this is somewhat on topic, but I have an allergy to fish, but not shellfish. Isn't that weird? Like I can eat.
It's a beta fish.
Not like the
ones that you can't stick with other fish because he'll destroy it. I think is that.
That's what we have. We have a beta fish. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I have a wiener dog named Dexter.
You got to take a lot of care of those, right? They're like for fish, they're high maintenance.
I think so, right?
No, just feed it. That's it. Really, it's not really high maintenance at all.
With me, I used to have two wiener dogs. We had to put one down like in July because she had a brain tumor. It was so sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was the mushiest dog you would ever meet. Like, she wouldn't even know you from a hole in the wall. She would see you walk out of the car and stand in front of my house, and she'd be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "You don't know her. She's a stranger," and she's just running over to you. And I'm like,
"What were their names?"
The one that's still with us his name is Dexter, and he's not just Dexter. He's Dexter Doodlebug Morgan.
Yeah, pets have to have full names. I completely understand that. My pet's name is Chowder Marie Calendars Rivera.
Well, he's named after the serial killer, so I say lady killer.
Yeah. And your fish's name? Or your fish?
Alita.
Yeah.
Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, I love that.
Like the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Battle Angel, right?
They had another fish, but that fish died. It was
Gumball.
Oh.
Like the character.
Like the TV show Gumball.
Yeah. The green. The green.
You're thinking of Gumby. You're thinking of Gumby. It was Gumball. It's like on Cartoon Network. His name's Gumball. It's like kind of like a cat.
Oh, okay. I don't think I actually have ever watched that. That's crazy.
it's funny. The shows I watch, my parents would be like, "You, this is stupid." But my dad, I think my dad would laugh at the one. I think he would laugh at the one he just said, Gumball. But my dad would laugh at me. He would be thinking it's stupid if I'm watching Teen Titans. That's the only thing. He'd be like, "This is stupid." But he watches Adult Swim and he goes, "This is freaking. How do they show us on TV?" I'm like, "Dad, this is late. It's late. It's late, Dad." That's all
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying.
what's
It's late.
on. Which Teen Titans though? The
new one.
Go?
The Go.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He
I
goes,
I I have watched the original Teen Titans maybe like 3 times all the way through. I love it so much. But Teen Titans Go, I just can't keep up with it. I don't know what it is. I'm not part of the group that like hates it, and I just haven't kept up with it.
yeah, I had a friend that I would even say Teen Titans Go, and he would cringe. He has autism, and he would no Asperger. I think he has autism. Yeah, he would cringe. He'd go. I'm like, why are you huffing? You sound like a teen girl that didn't get her lipstick. Jesus, dude, relax. You go on
Yeah.
a rant. They're so stupid. They made this for the kids to be dumber, and I'm like, dude, stop. It's a kids cartoon.
Yeah.
Come on.
They do make their references, which I think is fun. So
But I
I'm not.
love the waffle song.
There's a lot of people who really hate Teen
My
Titans Go.
favorite song.
We got some guys in the chat. You guys
Joe.
chill down in the chat, man. Right?
Oh, man, they're just going team. Did you follow us yet, Gemini?
Oh,
You have the cat.
Here, I got you. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's see if we get it. Oh,
See
there
if
it goes.
Here he is. Yeah.
I love that so much. I love how in sync you were with the cat too.
I try, you know.
I'm sure there was a lot of behind the scenes practice on that.
No,
Oh
there
God.
wasn't.
I told him does that deserve a woo, geek?
Does it deserve a woo? I don't know. Does it?
Yes, it does. Let's get a woo. Let's get a woo in here. Woo!
Woo.
We're gonna get sued by Charlotte Flair and the Flairs for doing this. So is there any place else in the country you wanna wrestle, like East Coast, like out of the country, like?
Oh, definitely. I feel like I've just started, so I would love to wrestle in the East Coast. I haven't really gotten. I've gotten the opportunity to wrestle in Seattle, is where I'm gonna be this weekend. Colorado, Utah, Kansas. I'm hoping to go to Texas and the East Coast as well. Just getting to learn everywhere I go, I think is really, really amazing.
Oh, and it's funny you mentioned Al Snow. He's actually coming on our podcast in November.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, he was he has 3 schools, I believe. One's Utah, one is in Kentucky, and one is in Colorado. And they're Al Snow's wrestling academies. And it's really, really amazing. They're great schools, definitely.
There's some schools, there's some promotions that me and Geek always suggest to the wrestlers to like think of maybe going there in the future. One is Victory Pro Wrestling. It's in Long Island, New York. Very good promotion. They let you run with your gimmick. They'll be like, "Oh, your gimmick is bubbly and sweet. Go for it." Like, just don't make sure the crowd doesn't boo you.
I like to think of that because at the end of the day, it's just about how that crowd feels going out of there and how they really ultimately felt during that whole show. So whether you put on a crazy gimmick or have no gimmick, as long as you can make the crowd escape the reality, then that's the beauty of what we do.
Pretty much, like you got to do your thing with your character. Like if you can't make the person think that you really are a star creature or like a space character, then you're not doing your job.
Yep.
By the way, Joe, Papa Dank thinks that Johnny Collins will beat you.
I don't know. I'm pretty quick. I'm like that cat at 5 a.m. I'm fast as shit. That's me. I'm fast as shit. It's me in that meme. That's me.
So what is your opinion on intergender wrestling?
I'm sorry.
What's your
Oops,
opinion
sorry.
on what's your opinion on intergender wrestling? How do
Oh,
you
I
feel?
think
How do
they
you?
could be a lot of fun. I've definitely had a couple matches that were intergender that were a lot of fun. I think it also I know it's people have different opinions on intergender wrestling, but I think as long as the matchup's okay, then you'll put on a great match. But that's the same thing as regular, women's matches or men's matches. You have to be
Mhm,
matched up well. So
mhm.
I think the same can be said for intergender matches, and I have a lot of fun with them.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like you said that it has to be done the right
The right-
way in an
Yeah.
intergender match. Was that geek? Geek, what
Yeah,
were you saying?
no, I'm saying like you guys have to learn from each other. That's the main thing. I understand why it's a concern is because it's promoting violence, but in a way, how is anybody else going to learn from not working with somebody else?
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
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 100%.
somebody else like might be number one, and someone else might be number two, and how do you determine who's the best if you can't wrestle that person?
Yeah.
You know?
It and it also can't be like badly matched. Like a small wrestler like you can't wrestle like a big wrestler like the Big Show unless they really practiced it together and
Exactly.
trained
Yep.
together. Like you can't just be like, okay, you're gonna face the Big Show today, and you'll be like, "Mommy," and like they're like,
Yeah. Yeah, there have to be a lot of work. Let's say I am going to be wrestling somebody who is 6 foot, 7 foot, whatever. I am so small, so I'd have to work triple time just to put on an okay looking match, or um, you know, showing off what I can do, but also having to do extra and extra and extra because of this person. And at the same time, all of that overcompensation might not even look really good on a canvas, you know?
yeah, 100%. Like wrestling is a thing that Geek always says. It's like a movie. You have to do it the right way.
Exactly.
And that's why we love watching wrestling, and that's why we love being wrestling fans, is because when you go to a wrestling show, you pay your $10 and you're watching a performance without
Yeah.
even knowing it. Every time's a different movie, different show.
Hmm.
Some days it could be really fast, the next time it could be really, really slow, and sometimes it could be straight up stupid. You leave like, what the hell did I just see? You're like, what was that guy thinking when he wrote it this week? Like,
It's like
Definitely. Are there any matches that you've watched that are just like you totally like marked out for? Like you were just in
hmm,
there. It was crazy. It was one of the better like movies that, as you put it, that you've seen.
you go first because I have a
uh,
good one.
I have a bunch of them. I said this on the last podcast. I'm going to say Bailey and Sasha at Barclays Center. I'm going to say Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole, another Barclays Center match, was absolutely awesome. Um, the
Yeah,
Kenny,
because like,
sorry,
yo, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Kenny Omega versus Brian Danielson. I was there for that also.
That's crazy.
Arthur
Yeah, they
Stadium.
were so yeah. They're amazing at what they do, all of these people, and it's just really crazy. I remember as a kid watching Shawn Michaels' retirement match with the Undertaker, right? And I cried, like full on tears. Like my brother had to calm me down and be like, "It's okay. Like he's just he'll come back eventually. You don't have to worry about it. Like he's not disappearing forever." But I was so into that match. I it just like completely took me out of my own reality. And I feel like matches that can really do that, and people, performers, wrestlers who can really do that are just amazing. And I give them like all my props.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
My match as a child that sits in my head rent free forever now, for life. Mr. Perfect versus Bret the Hitman Hart, SummerSlam 1991. That match sits rent free in my head since I was a child. Like right now, it would owe probably like I'm 38, so or $38 billion. In my head right now, Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, you guys owe that much money in my skull because anytime on this podcast or anytime in my life they say, "So what's your favorite match of all time?" I'm like, Mr. Perfect versus Bret Hart.
This one.
Like,
This one. Yeah.
and like on the edge, it's also $1 Million Man versus Virgil because it's the poor made guy facing the big rich guy and he wins. Like, wow. Can you say that? Like nowadays, that gimmick would be like blackballed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Also, people in the chat, if you have your favorite matches, you could go ahead and say it right now.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the screen.
Speaking of the chat, can you guys explain to me this little debate that they're having about pizza?
Oh,
Oh.
we love pizza and tacos here on Dudes at Ringside. What's so Gemini? What kind of food do you like?
Okay. My favorite food is fast food takeout, like Chinese food, like Chinese takeaway. But it has to have like, this sounds bad, but like the least amount of stars they have on Yelp, the better the food.
Mm.
And I've had that for a week straight. So I can say I would have that same meal for the rest of my life and
We
be
love
okay with
food
it.
here, Gemini. We love pizza. We love tacos because Geek had tacos for dinner tonight, and I
Burgers
had.
too.
I
What's
love
that?
tacos.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love tacos too.
I'm Mexican. I love tacos.
I'm half Puerto Rican. I get the rice and beans and the white rice or the red rice and beans because my
Yeah.
mom likes to make the red rice, but sometimes she'll make the white rice and make like the river of beans on the side.
Oh, yes.
I'm like
So
nobody
good.
walked behind me for like at least a day and a half.
So what's the ultimate pizza topping since we do enjoy pizza on this podcast?
Ooh, Geek, you go first.
It's got to be either meat pizza or pepperoni for me.
Just pepperoni?
I'm a plain person, so it's either meat or pepperoni. So
Yeah,
anything meat.
like I agree. That's good, but I think I need a little bit more on my pizza. Like if I'm gonna do a pizza, it's probably gonna be like sausage, bacon, and pepperoni. You know, I'm gonna get a little bougie with it, a little flavor on there.
There's a pizza that we used to get at the pizza place by my house. By the way, if you ever come to Pennsylvania and come to Milford, definitely have to check out John's of Arthur Avenue, the best pizza in Milford.
John's
Best
Barber
pizza in
Avenue.
Milford. They have a Sunday sauce, Gemini, that you'll see fireworks. You'll hear that song that I put in your song. You'll be like, oh my God, Joe's right. This
Like,
pizza is.
amazing.
You'll hear like angels singing because it's in Pennsylvania, but the pizza tastes like New York. It's so good. Yeah. So a flat pizza with Sunday sauce on it. Yeah.
Sunday sauce?
Yes, Sunday sauce.
What does that mean? Like
It's like meat sauce.
That's
It's kind of like
that's some garlic for Jonathan right there.
like
it's kind of like a meat sauce that like when you're making like a lasagna, but they use it on the pizza. But it has to be honest.
I learned something new. Note to everybody, you can learn something new on the Ringside podcast.
Dudes at ringside. Dudes at ringside.
Everybody always do this.
Dudes at Ringside podcast, you can learn something.
It's
funny,
including
it's gonna be a Botchamania clip. There you go. Right.
We've had that. Remember, we had that with Dolph Ziggler, my AJZ. AJZ made a promo for us, and his promo like botched a mania, like totally. But we knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
It's funny. Our podcast is at the month of Halloween, so our guests are all different today. Today we had a geek that wore all different stuff from a dragon costume to like a Doctor Who costume. Then the next guest was a ring announcer / podcaster. Now we have Gemini, which is kind of like an anime character. So everybody had a big Halloween party here on Dudes.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you guys dress up for Halloween?
No.
Yeah.
What are you gonna be?
I'm a Ghostbuster for life. So.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I got the flight suit. I got the real cool tacky flight suit. Not no Halloween party city. I can't stand too close to my mommy smoking a cigarette kind of flight suit. I had the real like army flight suit that you see on the movies.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of nerd.
No, that's. Have you ever done photo shoots in these
Oh
costumes?
yeah. After the podcast, I'll send you the professional photo that I got taken of myself at New York Comic Con.
That's so crazy. That's so cool.
It's like my like one of those pictures that you like if you're like the wrestlers send us pictures, like you send us the pictures of you doing the peace sign. It's
Yeah.
my version of I want to send someone a picture. I'll go on my iPhone and autograph it, then
Just-
take a picture of it and then send it. Yeah, it's like one of those pictures. Yeah, yeah.
Ghostbuster Joe.
Yes, it used to be Ghostbuster Joe. Before I started the podcast, I was Ghostbuster Joe, and then all my Ghostbuster friends are like, "We thought you deleted your Instagram. We didn't know that was still you." And I'm just like,
You're like, what?
"The pictures are still me, guys. What
Yeah,
the hell?
that's weird.
I just
What
changed my
about you,
name."
Geek? Are you gonna dress up?
No, I'm not gonna dress up for Halloween. I haven't
Ooh.
dressed up for Halloween in years. So
Aw, even if I don't go out, I like wear a onesie or something. Like I don't know why I love dressing up for Halloween. It's that whole like I get to cosplay as somebody else, but like not it's not like has to be professional or anything.
Yeah, it's kind of like hard because where I live in Pennsylvania. I live in the woods, and you just can't go walk outside. I'm gonna go walk down the street in my Ghostbuster stuff. It's guys, are you going to the city? Are you going to Long Island? I mean, are you going to the town? Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll get my flight suit on. All right. Like when I lived in Long Island, I could just get it on and just start walking around.
Yeah. So right now you're living in Long Island?
I know
Or
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
I
Oh,
said a
nice.
bunch of places.
I'm
I
from
didn't know
Long
it.
Island, so
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna go on tour with the tour's called Micromania Midget Tour. And it's a
Okay.
lot of fun. It's a really good show if it ever comes to a town near Europe. But I do think we might make a stop in Pennsylvania. So that's
Mm.
crazy.
Well, let me
You know,
know. I'll
yeah,
find out
it's
if
a
anybody
lot of
wants to go.
fun. Octagon Cito is also on that tour. Super big star from Mexico. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I'll let you know.
Yeah. We'll
Do you
have
have
to
any?
I'll bring my stickers with me.
Perfect. I'll bring
Do
my
you have,
stickers.
that's if Joe goes out of the house.
Yeah. I'll look outside.
You're
Fireballs.
like, how's the weather like right now in Pennsylvania?
It's chilly.
Chilly.
It's hoodie. It's they haven't been released yet, but it's good weather with me reverse.
There you
Good
go.
weather to wear your
Oh,
Dudes
that's so
at Ringside
cool.
podcast hoodie weather. Like
I love that. See, California is still super hot. It's like 85 degrees today. I wish it could be sweater weather again, but we'll get like a day every now and then where it's windy, but
sweater weather.
yeah, sweater
It's just
weather.
sweater weather. Yeah. What I'm
So
gonna
so
hit him with my proton pack? You know how expensive those things are to repair? Are you crazy? You know how long it took my dad? No, here we go. I'm gonna go Ghostbuster rant on teach him a little knowledge, Ghostbuster style. That's an unlicensed nuclear accelerator. If I hit Geek with it the wrong way, it'll explode. And then it was what did would a bear do? A bear shouldn't would do if my proton pack exploded with Geek in his hands. Would it make a sound? Yeah. The cops arresting my ass because those guys in the black suits, they just arrest Joe because that's a bomb.
It's a bomb. Yeah.
What's unlike the name? It's in the name, unlicensed nuclear accelerator. Nerd talk rant
That's
over.
insane. You said, is it really? No.
Brendan said he'll bail you out, Joe.
If I ever get seen again, they'll put me under the jail. Like it'll be like Ghostbusters 1 all over again. Walter Peck be like, "This man caused an explosion." Be like, "This man has no dick."
So is there any places you would love to travel to internationally or
Any places that I'd like to travel to?
yeah, that you haven't yet?
Growing up, I've always really wanted to go to Ireland, but I find myself really, really, really wanting to go to Japan and train in Japan. Because, I mean, I know that's super popular going to Japan, but like I'm a weeb. I love the culture. I would kill to go visit and just be a tourist there.
Yeah. How can
What
you
about
go into
you
stardom?
guys?
I could me.
Stardom.
We want to see you go to stardom because your character
Oh,
would be
yeah, yeah.
perfect in stardom.
I
Or
would kill
Jo-
to be at Stardom.
With
or
the
Stardom,
Joshi Pro.
stars.
Joshi Pro too. Joshi Pro's another one.
yeah. I'm shooting right now. I'm hoping I could train in Mexico and then go on and train in Japan before I even get looked at here, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just trying to train. And then I feel like I'll put on better matches.
So, what would you legitimately say like your fight? I've seen some of your highlights on your Instagram. Like, what would you say legitimately like would be like your fighting style?
So someone has to describe to me, and I really love this word. I'm not sure if it's a common word or not, since I am still very new, still very green. They said I was very hybrid, and I said, "What does that mean?" And they're like, "Well, you do lucha and you do American style wrestling, but you don't just do one. I can't quite call you an American style wrestler or a lucha wrestler." And I was like, I love this term. And they were like, yeah, you're a hybrid wrestler. The reason why that resonated with me, because I mean, I'm Mexican American, so I know what it is to be a hybrid. You know, I'm not quite
Hmm.
Mexican, I'm not quite American. I'm always overcompensating for either side. So it's nice that I can finally have a term for my wrestling and what I like to do. Um, I do like doing top rope things, and lucha gives me that. I'm small, so I can utilize that. Throw my body off the ropes and whatnot. But I do have a background in amateur wrestling and combat sports. So American wrestling and the psychology of all that is just naturally came with me when I started my wrestling training and career.
Hmm.
Have you
Interesting.
watched any? Have you watched any of the G1 or?
One more time?
Have you watched any of the G1, like the G1 finals? Have you watched it or?
No, I haven't.
No, Bushi hurt himself going for a Phoenix Splash.
One more time. I'm sorry.
I said Ibushi dislocated his shoulder going for a Phoenix Splash. You
Oh
watched
yeah,
it.
yeah. There's so many of these injuries. That's insane. It's scary what we do. Like wrestlers are constantly putting their bodies on the line and just literally it's so dangerous what we do. And by all means it's not easy. But yeah, we're crazy and we'd love to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like as I said to the last person, Miranda, I was like saying that like you guys put your bodies on the line so we have something to brag about the next day when we're in school or we're hanging out with our buddies getting coffee the next day. Like if
Yeah.
it wasn't for you guys, we would have nothing to talk shit of our friends about when we were in school.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, and it's that what you were saying, that whole like concept of it being a movie and putting on it's more than just wrestling, it's more than just a show, it's a lot more than that, you know.
yeah,
For me, wrestling kind of, and what I would like to do in the future for any viewers is it took me out of my reality and it distracted me from whatever my life may be. And I feel like a lot of people may need that. And so if I can take you out of your reality for a second, for a microsecond, whatever, how long I can distract you for with just my craziness and getting thrown around, then I am delighted and I will do it again and again and again.
yeah,
So,
100%.
so what kind of movies do you enjoy?
Movies. Oh my gosh. Okay. I I'm not gonna lie. I have two guilty pleasures of like movie genres. But before that, I have my favorite movie is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it to death. It's comedy, it's sci-fi, it's perfect for me. But I do enjoy watching musicals and
Yeah,
rom-coms whenever, some days it's just a vibe. I just wanna, just
Mhm.
get in there. I didn't
Gotcha.
grow up being able to watch horror movies, so I feel like right now I'm catching up. and so my fascination with horror movies and terror is me, like everything that I missed out on. I just recently watched the Halloween series, and I was blown away by that. I'm like, oh, I missed this. Like, I didn't get to watch this. It was like kept away from me basically. So now I get to catch up. And you guys have any movie recommendations I would love to watch while I'm flying out this weekend?
Anything, Joe?
Well, 1 month away. If you have to watch the Ghostbusters series.
Yes.
You're 1 month away, Gemini, from Ghostbusters Afterlife to the biggest Ghostbusters party. They would say in Ghostbusters 1, this is the biggest Ghostbusters party since 1900. This is the biggest Ghostbusters party since 1984. Right now, for me, I can't even say how many times I'm gonna be posting that picture of anybody dancing, and then it says 3 days, whatever amount of days till. And I did it a few days ago on my own Instagram. I posted the picture of Giannis like this, and it says 30 something days, and I put I'm sick. I'm not gonna play the rest of the song because I don't want to get copyright strike. That song, I'm so excited. That's what I played in the background.
I love that. Wait, what is the where does Afterlife take place in the story? Is it
This one is after Ghostbusters 2.
okay?
This is in the original stories. The one that happened in 2016 was a reboot.
Mhm.
So this one takes place after. Pretty much, this is Egon's
Watch people
daughter.
on the same. Watch people under the stairs.
Oh yeah! Oh, that movie's good.
People under the stairs?
Yeah.
All right, I'm writing it down.
Sixth Sense and Insidious are my two probably.
Oh, Sixth Sense is a good one.
It's a classic, and I haven't watched it. How I know how upsetting. Yeah, I know, like the because it is pop culture and it's a commonly quoted movie. Basically, I know like the twist, but I've never seen it.
That movie Sixth Sense always mind fucked me as a kid because my friends made me watch it, and I know how it ended, and I'm just like, it still got me. I'm like,
it's still messed up. It's like, for those of you who have not seen it, I'm not ruining it. Don't worry, Keith.
I was like, God damn it! I knew it every time it get me.
But those who haven't seen it, go watch Sixth Sense. Super scary movie. I got the mod into that movie, and now she's freaking hooked on that movie. She's like, this is the scariest movie I think I've ever seen.
If you've never seen The Crow, you need to see The Crow.
I have actually seen The Crow. I had an old friend who was really obsessed over it, and they're like, you have to watch this.
I'm obsessed with crows, you could say.
Oh, look at that.
I love crows. Anywhere in my bedroom, there's a crow. Somewhere there's a crow. Because that's my spirit animal, actually. Panthers because of my grandfather, because his wrestling name was Jose Quinones, but I should have been Joe the Crow, but like I chose the Panther because of Grandpa. But yeah, I'm like, yeah.
But anyway,
so they mentioned Insidious in the comments, and I remember that movie terrifying me because I walked in.
Last House on the Left, the original or the remake, you would say.
Oh. I think I watched the remake.
No, I'm talking to Jonathan in the comments. If he's talking about the Last House on the, if it's the remake or the original.
Oh, The Last House on the Left.
That movie was good too. Both. He said both of them were good. Because I really did. I remember seeing with Joe. Which movie was it that me and you saw?
What is the one we saw? We were watching this.
Hills Have Eyes. Hills Have Eyes.
Oh yeah. In Islip. We saw it in Islip.
The Hills Have Eyes. We were watching that movie. Joe kept trying to scare me the whole movie. He's like, blah, like that.
I kept doing that. He's like, Joe's not working. I'm like,
the original's OG, but the remake was good. So.
Oh wait, you have to watch the reboot of Friday the 13th. No, get that one. No, Nightmare. No, the Jason movie, the reboot of Jason. That one's good too.
Yeah, I think Jason is Friday, right?
Yeah.
Friday. The reboot of Friday the 13th.
Hey, Thunder, what's up?
There's our buddy from college that used to have to put up with us playing video games till like dinner time. No, there's a story behind that that's so funny that every guest dies laughing. Me and Geek we were like hooked on the 2K games as I was saying before,
It
and me
wasn't
and Geek
2K.
made our character. Was that
They
game?
didn't have 2K back then.
No, it was SmackDown.
SmackDown
So
versus
at the
Raw.
time when they had the blood, so we would play, and our characters were covered in blood. And my friends like, come on, guy, I want to
That's
eat, and
another
they
good
would
one.
eat, and we would still be playing. And it was dinner time to like, guys, we want to go eat dinner with you in the cafeteria. Come on. So we're like, Geek, do you want to? All right, fine. Ooh. And I would purposely let him knock me down and pin me, and I'm gonna get you back the next time. We would go off. We would be playing till dinner time. That's the story.
Yeah.
That's
So,
insane. Oh my
Yeah, we were
god.
Joe,
hooked to that game.
have you seen The Haunting Connecticut, Joe, or no?
Sounds familiar. I've never seen it.
That movie was scary. I remember I watched that with the mod. The mod freaked out during that movie too. That
And
and
any of Freddy movies. Any
that
of the Freddy movies. It doesn't matter which one you watch.
Poltergeist is
Poltergeist. Yeah,
another.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist is
Poltergeist. Okay.
it's another really scary one. The original. You have to watch the original. You can't watch the remake. The remake was horrible. But
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting. I think I'm getting a good amount of movies to catch up on, and it's
But-
perfect because it's Halloween time. So
yeah,
Oh,
those are the perfect.
Halloween.
Those are perfect Halloween movies. Scream movies, if you're into those, right?
I
Because
haven't watched Scream. Yeah.
the new ones coming out. I Know What You Did Last Summer is another one.
They're
Yeah,
rebooting that. I told that to Geek and I almost cried. I was like, what?
Why? Right?
And I
Thunder,
bet you Jennifer Love Hewitt's not in this one.
Thunder
I
Feet says
already-
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. Of course,
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
I'll write it down. I'll put it on the list.
You're gonna,
It's gonna be a long list. You're gonna be
you're
like,
gonna be
how?
sitting there like the stewardess thing, be like, we're about to land, right? No, 5 more minutes. Let me stay in the plane. Gonna finish this movie. I need the Wi-Fi.
Back in the day, Geek and I horrored out.
Yeah.
Is what Ever So Spiffy put in the chat, and I think that's funny.
Yeah, we watched so many horror movies. I got her into all the horror movies back then. So,
Is there a horror movie that you thought was actually like legitimately super scary for you?
Oh, I got
said-
one.
it's
Saw.
Saw's not
Saw?
scary.
Look, there's certain parts of Saw like that they did to the people.
Saw's gory. It's not scary.
Yeah, I agree.
No, not Saw. Not Saw. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh,
The
That's good.
original, not the reboot. The original. Just the way they did certain things to the people, and the hooks. They like get them like that. I was like, whoa. Even though where I live, there's kind of a house that sort of looks like it. As we speed around the corner, I always go, yeah. Every time we drive by, I look at it and go, I'm gonna. In my head, I see the girl running out covered in blood. Help me! Like I always think that every time we drive by.
See, I love since it's Halloween time, I love mazes and of the likes, like haunted houses basically.
Hmm.
And I go to horror nights and Universal Studios and Knott's Scary Farm. They're so much fun. And there was Ghostbusters Maze. I don't know if they had it again this year.
I went. To the
That
one
was
in
a
Orlando.
lot of fun.
I went to the one in Orlando, and I'm such a Ghostbusters fan. I wore my shirt, and all the people on the helpers, they're like
Mhm.
pointing you. I did the finger point thing they do. Like you always see the meme that they're doing, the Ghostbusters one. I was doing as I was walking up the line. They were playing the song, and I was just doing. Walking up the line, and everybody was just They weren't laughing at me. They were just like, he got the move. It was a black lady. There was one of the ladies on the line. She was like, man, that boy got the moves down. He got the. He really know how to. One person's like, what are you doing? She's like, what the hell, Randy? Stop. And I'm like, what?
She's asking if you ever heard of Grindhouse.
I have never heard of that.
You heard of it, Joe, right? The double
Sounds like
feature.
a bad club, like in the
No.
90s.
Basically, what Grindhouse is, it's a double feature movie they used to do back in the 60s. And they used to put the movie together. You watch the same, like, the two movies for the price of one. Quentin Tarantino brought it back, and I think in the late 2000s, he brought it back, and it was awesome. There were two movies called Planet Terror, and the other one was called Death Proof.
Still sounds like a bad 90s club. Still
And so
sounds like
the name of those two movies together is called Grindhouse.
Grindhouse is the one movie, but there's two movies attached to it. It's
Okay.
the two movies are called there's one called Death Proof, and the other one is called Planet Terror. Planet Terror is a zombie movie or an infection movie. So
It's on the list.
yeah, if you go look it up, you know.
and you can't go wrong with Night of the Living Dead. The original, the black and white, the blood looks like chocolate syrup. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong with it, because I know I have a friend that used to do the shows with us all the time, that he would always go, "You can't go wrong with a Night of the Living Dead movie."
Or
It's
Dawn.
What's that, Geek?
Dawn of the Dead too.
Oh, Dawn of the Dead, or Night of the Living Dead too. Any of the Night of the Living Dead ones.
Mm-hmm.
Getting close to Halloween time.
She's gonna have a whole list right here.
Oh God! As I said, she's gonna be telling the stewardess, "Can I take 5 more minutes? I need 10 more minutes. Just can you clean the plane around me? Like I'll just stand against the wall as you're cleaning the plane."
Like, aside from these horror movies, do you guys have like really good feel good movies that you just love to watch when you just
Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 2. Ghostbusters 2, because they start the business, everybody hates them, and then they're back to normal again.
Half-Baked.
Half-Baked.
Half-Baked. Nice.
That's the one of the funniest.
I swear to God, college geek used to watch that movie religiously.
That movie's so funny.
I'm like, Geek.
Dave Chappelle is one of my favorite actors, and so is Jim Brewer.
I love Jim Brewer. He's hilarious. It's like, yeah. Oh, and now also the movie I used to watch all the time to get myself like pumped up. I was like, anything that like would have like a loser, and he like, you think he's gonna be at the end, he's gonna lose, but then he comes through, like Rocky. Watch Rocky to make yourself feel good. Like any of the Batman movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good movies, yeah.
What do you think about the new one? What do you think about the new one?
The new
Batman trailer. Did you see it?
I was like, there's a new Rocky? Yeah, I think the new Batman trailer, I love the Riddler as a villain, as a character, so I'm excited that they're in here. Penguin's also in here, so I'm like super hyped, but I want to see where they go with this, because they're not, I don't think they're trying to be super close to the material, so I'm not super opposed to that. I just want to see where they go.
Yeah, because they keep telling you there was Easter eggs, and I'm like, I saw one. I don't know if you saw that Easter egg when they were in the sewers. They were saying that it was actually, they took that from a comic book series that they had with Batman, that they the Waynes had like their own secret underground tunnels that were released from demons or whatever. I don't know. I watched a YouTube video. I was like, what?
I didn't actually catch that.
Yeah.
Fifth Element's another good one. Thanks, Spiffy, for that one. Do you ever see Fifth Element, Joe, or no?
Oh yeah.
Fifth Element, Chris
Tucker, and
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Oh my gosh, that movie has an all-star cast.
Gary Oldman.
Element, Gemini.
I haven't watched Fifth Element, so now I gotta watch it. Funny. I know.
You need to watch another funny movie, Friday.
Oh.
Wait, you forgot, Joe, you forgot, you're missing people here. You forgot Gary Oldman, you forgot Mila Jovovich is in that movie, too.
As I said, all-star cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday, you have to watch Friday, because Chris Tucker is in that one. He's a younger Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. That's where they get that famous meme, "You got knocked the fuck out."
Corbin Dallas.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, another game series that I don't know that you could play around this time, and even though it's not a movie, you could play it, is Resident Evil.
Oh yeah. See, I didn't play Resident Evil because I was too afraid of it, but I would watch my siblings play it, and they would always be like, "Yeah, let's play zombies," and I'd be like, "Haha, no, but I'll watch you play," because I could just like nope out of the room whenever it gets too much. And even now, Or even just like when I would play Black Ops Zombies, I would still be terrified. And I'll be playing games that aren't even supposed to be super scary, like Dead by Daylight.
Hmm.
I'll still be yelling. I'll still be yelling.
Yeah.
Like
Resident Evil 4. It's probably the best game I
Yeah.
played. That and The Last of Us. I played the
The
game.
Last of Us, yeah.
I played that
Beautiful game too.
Geek,
played
we
that
could
game for
start all new. We could start an alternate podcast with Gemini here, just about video games and nerd
Game.
stuff.
I know.
The
The
nerds.
nerdiest, the geekiest.
I got the name. The Nerds of Space.
That's
This
beautiful.
goes with the
Beautiful
stars on
fun.
your trunks. The Nerds of Space.
Yeah, but anyway, like I said before I got cut off, I used to play Last of Us for so long. Spiffy used to be like this to me. She'd be like, "It's 2 a.m. You're still playing?" No, I almost beat the game.
And just to know that
the credits roll, and then I'm like, oh geez. It's like, wait, it's not done. There's got to be a post-credit scene.
like there's gotta be a post-credit scene that I can play. Yeah.
I had a scene. I had something like that with Geek with the Ghostbusters, the video game that came out in 2009. I get the game. I'm playing. I had dinner. I pause. I'm playing. All of a sudden, something tells me, Joe, look out your window. Look out. And I see light. And I'm like, I push the PS button. It's about like 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, okay, I got to find the save area in this freaking building. I find it and I turn it off. And I'm like, I jumped out of my bed like I was about to get yelled at, but I was laying in my bed. So I jumped up, saved, brushed my teeth, and then snuck back in my bed like, don't wake daddy, even though I realized, dumbass, you're downstairs. Like, I'm like, my dad and mom are like, didn't ask me any questions. I woke up, went to work the next day, and I'm just like, did they even know? like, like I was in the.
The last game I did that with, where I just like I played it all the way through and was exhausted. I think I played the first Halo, the multiplayer campaign that they had. I'm not sure if that was the first one, or and just sat and played it, and I was exhausted and delirious, and just finished it. Or also Luigi's Haunted Mansion.
Oh,
that
yeah.
game is terrifying.
When I saw a person playing and they were like, it was on Twitch, I was watching them, and the girl was walking by the fence and she had the green slime guy. He had the green slime guy go through the fence. And she's like, how do I get him through? How do I get him through? And she did something, and Luigi went on the other side with the slime guy, the ghost. And then they were looking for something. I don't know which Luigi's Mansion it was, but he went into a cell with the slime guy. I don't know which one it was.
Yeah, the remake of Luigi's Haunted Mansion, you have that opportunity to play the co-op. That's why it's so much fun. But you have one, like a big part of the game mechanic is that in order to get through certain things, one of them's like a goo Ouija, and it's basically just goo. And it was so, I think playing it alone is a little bit more irritating. When you're playing multiplayer, you're just like, yeah, you go through there, go open this for me, we're good. But then you have to figure out both sides when you're doing it by yourself, and it's not as fun. But I didn't know there was an expansion for it.
Yeah.
Another good game is Dead Space.
Dead Space.
Dead Space. I feel like sounds familiar.
Dead Space.
I don't think I played that.
And Half-Life's another one.
Half-Life.
The original
I said.
The original Half-Life, with the bad graphics and everything like that.
Yeah, just because a game has bad graphics doesn't mean it's a bad game, you know?
Yeah.
Some of the games with amazing graphics can be bad games.
Yeah,
like I played games that my parents got me. Like my parents got me a bowling game, and the graphics were just typical bowling. It was like you flip your PlayStation control, and the bowling ball just goes one way or another way. It's but game kept me focused on the screen for like 3.5 hours. I'm like, I should be busting ghosts. Why am I freaking bowling?
Why am I bowling?
Why am I bowling?
I just recently went bowling again, like actual bowling now that everything's starting to open up again. And I would either like do great and get a strike or just completely get gutter balls. Like I there was no in between for me. I don't know if it's just my lack of control. I don't know.
Oh, something happened to
Oh
Geek.
no,
We can
our
still
friend
talk.
disappeared.
He'll be back. He's just probably plugging his computer and something happened. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't know. I just think that like there's certain games that like you think in the beginning, oh god, these games are so boring. But then you start playing them and you continue to play them and then you get hooked. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna keep I really thought this game was crap, but I'm gonna still play it. Like Legends of WrestleMania. I used to think when I first got it was boring. Keith, do you remember that when we played Legends of WrestleMania?
Yeah, I
Remember
remember
how
that.
bad we thought it was when we first played it, and then we were like, "This game is not that bad."
I remember all those games, dude. There were so many like side WWE games they used to have. Day of Reckoning was one. You remember that one?
I remember one of them that you could have your character from one of the SmackDown games, and if it's like Legends of WrestleMania, you could tie in your This is what WWE missed the boat on. That you could tie in your old characters and bring them with you into another game. I don't know if you remember that, Gemini.
I don't think they could do that because they would have to they would have to redo all the graphics and everything. It's a different graphics card, so I don't think they could actually physically do that.
I remember my friend. I didn't know that. My friend showed me. It's like you could add your characters. I was like, what? And so I added my guy, made him look like the 1980s version of myself. Gave him like the brightly colored tights with the fire on them, and the streamers on the boots, and the Ultimate Warrior streamers on the arms. My friend's like, so you really went crazy. Gave my guy like a big puffy Afro Puerto Rican hairstyle, the big mustache, and I was like, yep, there I am. Yep.
Gemini, do you have any upcoming matches you want to talk about, or
Yeah, of course.
anywhere you're gonna be?
I have I'm gonna be heading to Seattle, Washington tomorrow. So if you're there, you can catch me there. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And then I'll be back in California, in Santa Ana, California. Um, the week after that, I will be in Denver, Colorado. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
And where could people find you if they want to find you?
Yeah, of course. Well, I don't if you could see right here on the screen. On Instagram, you can follow me at gemgemini.cx. Facebook, find me as gemgemini. And of course, on Twitch, if you would love to follow me, I would love to stream. I'm probably going to stream later today. That's going to be gemgemini CX. So that's if you want to follow me, give me a follow. That'd be amazing, and we could be Twitch friends on there.
Yeah,
Now that I followed dudes at ringside,
we'll follow you back.
We can definitely be geeks, and maybe we'll stream together too.
Definitely, we're thinking about doing actually a Dudes at Ringside gaming podcast one day.
That'd be a lot of fun.
We were actually it was
Just
an
to
idea
have
we
that
had.
podcast while we're freaking out and playing games together.
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll have to invite you in, so we'll play like a random wrestling game or whatever, something fun. We'll have to like do
Among
it like
Us.
that. We're like, hey,
Okay,
we're
it
here.
doesn't have to be a wrestling game. It could be like Among Us or something like that.
Something funny, something cool.
Yeah.
Suggestion: Overcooked, easy game to learn. A lot of people can get it.
Among Us is a really fun game. You ever play
Among Us is so much fun.
I played that game for hours once, because it's like you can't figure out who is the actual killer. You know what I mean? So it's like and sometimes it's two of them, so you have to say, I saw him do this, but then the killer actually kills you before you can even say something. So you got to be careful. Yeah.
And Friday the 13th. That game was so crazy.
I don't think I've ever played that game, but I'm.
Oh my god, Gemini! I don't know if it's still available for the PlayStation or Xbox. You have to play it. It was so much like 80s love. Like it gave hugs to the Friday the 13th series, even though they were kind of in a lawyer fight over the whole Friday the 13th name and the gimmick, but it was so much fun. I thought I was gonna be bored. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be so bored. No,
That's next. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to thank you so much for coming on our podcast, by the way, Gemini. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the chat, for talking with me and not being afraid of me. Thank you both. I appreciate it.
All right.
thank you.
Later.
So long.
That was fun,
That was
right?
it was fun.
That was a fun interview, Joe, right?
Yeah. Well, guys, we will be back tomorrow with Savannah Summers at 8 p.m. So we will see you on the flip side.